Samsung has collapsed minus 10.70% to $254,500, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, July 14th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Investors are selectively buying in some sectors while reducing exposure in others. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is trading lower by minus 0.79%, at $7,515.34. Equity markets are responding to reports that after the latest RE stock rally, investors face a reality check. Morningstar. NASDAQ 100 dropped sharply minus 1.88% to $29,264. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite. Chipmakers drop. Dow Jones is trading lower by minus 0.26%, at $52,499. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 preview, markets brace for inflation data, Q2 earnings, investing.com. DAX is broadly flat at $25,114, awaiting a fresh catalyst. This comes as Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is broadly flat at $10,498, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 preview, markets brace for inflation data, Q2 earnings, investing.com. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 10.70% to $254,500. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any NVIDIA or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. Rocket Lab made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 5.32% to $76.73. Equity markets are responding to reports that RKLB stock gains after hours. Rocket Lab completes a Space Force Victus Haze mission ahead of schedule. Yahoo Finance. Government launch contracts with the US DoD provide baseline revenue visibility. The Electron rocket utilization rate is the near-term earnings driver. Any contract win announcement or NASA mission assignment would be a meaningful positive catalyst. Neutron program milestones are the re-rating event the market is waiting for. ExxonMobil made a dramatic move today, surged plus 4.09% to $144.56. Investor sentiment is being shaped by 7 best oil stocks for 2026 and how to invest. The Motley Fool. The Pioneer acquisition has transformed the Permian position. Synergy realization is ahead of schedule. Free cash flow at current oil prices comfortably funds the dividend and buyback. The key risk is an oil price decline driven by a global growth slowdown or OPEC supply surge. ASML plunged minus 3.97% to $1,726.04 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that ASML earnings Wednesday, EUV bookings will show whether the RE chip boom is sustainable. Tech Times. High-NA EUV shipments are the growth engine. Demand from TSMC, Samsung, and Intel for the most advanced nodes is exceptional. The backlog visibility is multi-year. China export restriction risk is the key overhang. Any news on high-NA throughput improvements would be a catalyst. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 preview, markets brace for inflation data, Q2 earnings, investing.com. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 preview, markets brace for inflation data, Q2 earnings, investing.com. Turning to commodities. Brent crude surged to $83.18 per barrel, up 9.43% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Dow Jones futures, techs fall, oil prices rise amid new US-Iran attacks, Taiwan Semi, Nvidia, Micron, SanDisk, Investors Business Daily. WTI crude surged to $78 per barrel, up 9.23% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Dow Jones futures, techs fall, oil prices rise amid new US-Iran attacks, Taiwan Semi, Nvidia, Micron, SanDisk, Investors Business Daily. Natural gas dipped to $2.90, down 1.29% on the session. This comes as Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold dropped sharply to $4,008.70 per troy ounce, down 2.32% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by why is gold a safe haven investment? Yahoo Finance. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. The technical picture for Samsung has deteriorated. The $239,230 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We cover every major global market, every single day. If this kind of daily, actionable analysis is useful to you, please support us with a like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it means a great deal to this channel. Share this with anyone who invests or trades, they will thank you for it. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.